How do you tie that relationship building to actual revenue, like booked revenue, NRR, right? Net recurring revenue. Actually, I'll ask that one first. How do we connect the dots there?
Yeah. So traditionally, everything is about pipeline. And the more deals in that pipeline, it's a numbers game. It annoys me slightly when I hear that, when I hear sales is a numbers game, because I don't believe it is. I believe that I need to understand what's the pain point of somebody's taking the time out of their day to speak to me or to speak to a member of the sales team at Fintua. And they're busy people. They're all busy people. We work in the indirect tax compliance space. Nobody has any time. Everybody's dealing with skeleton staff and under resourced. So we need to ensure that we use our time wisely. And so the key for me is to uncover the pain point and the true buying intent. So the amount of times, and it happens way more often than people will admit, but you can have a really great conversation with somebody, you can identify their pain point and they have a real problem and you validated that pain point. There's no two ways about it. But for whatever reason, that just the timing isn't there. So for me, in any kind of a conversation, there are little telltales like energy. They're going through the motion, they're very interested, but they just don't have the enthusiasm because they know they're not going to buy anything at the end. I'm not saying they're kicking tires, not for one moment. No, but just like that, it could be deferring action because bandwidth, budget, competing priorities like ERP implementation rollouts. That's one that we come across a lot. And they're all genuine, and they're an objection of sorts, but they're literally the person that you're dealing with telling you the complexity of their day to day and how they'd love to solve the problem that you can solve. However, there's no way they're going to be able to prioritize that at this given moment in time because it's just not high enough on their agenda. So in those moments, like our job is not to push harder. Our job is to stay close, keep adding insight, keep talking about the cost, the process improvements, sending them updates on legislation, sending them updates on the technology. There could be mandates that have been introduced so that when their readiness arrives and when they get to a point where it is on the agenda, it is now a priority, that I'm going to be the first call that they make. And I'm already kind of, as I described it earlier in percentages, I'd like to think that I'm 80% of the way there because they've already seen my solution. I've already spent the time and effort to understand them, and I haven't tried to hard sell them. I despise hard selling. I've never done it. I don't believe there's any value in it. You just upset people. No means no.